2021 marks the 100th anniversary of the Utah State Office of Rehabilitation. Utah has regularly led the nation in providing services for people with disabilities and holds the distinction of starting one of the first vocational rehabilitation programs in the country. Vocational rehabilitation programs got their start in 1920 with the passage of the Smith-Weiss Act, also known as the Civilian Vocational Rehabilitation Act. This established the vocational rehabilitation programs for Americans with disabilities.
With the inception of the vocational rehabilitation program over 100 years ago, a lot of that focus was on people with physical disabilities, helping people who were injured, returning from war, really getting back to work. And I would say over the last 100 years, it became less prescriptive, and it was more about working with that individual, meeting them where they're at, and then being inclusive of all disability types.
In 2011, I moved to Salt Lake City, Utah, from Chicago, Illinois, to attend LDS Business College. I graduated with my associate's degree in business management and general studies, with Voc Rehab helping me all along the way, making sure I had good technology. They put a budget in place that was quintessential to help me get through my classes and have assistive technology.
There are a lot of people who have significant challenges who are unable to work or unable to work full time, and this gives them the ability to basically succeed in life and in taking care of themselves or being taken care of.
All throughout that time, Voc Rehab was instrumental in helping me still with technology, paying for tuition, checking in with me, making sure I had, materials, Braille and speech technology materials so I can get through my classes, keep up with my able-bodied peers. And that was an important support for me to have.
What brought me here was they recruited me. This was the beginning of the great rehab baby boom, and it was part of Lyndon Johnson's Great Society. And so during those years from about 68 to about 71, the size of the agency quadrupled.
One of the other really cool things I've seen is the impact we have on parents of students who have disabilities, who are transitioning into adulthood, out of school, into real life. And I've seen that a couple different ways. One is our pre-ETS programs. We actually provide work-based learning experiences and self-advocacy training and market information, really trying to help kids be successful once they leave high school.
Vocational rehabilitation is focused on the individual with a disability. And I think those other manpower programs, their primary client was the business owner, was the employer. And so the employer says, I need this many people doing this, so they just kind of crank them in and push them out the door.
We have so many things that are happening in our center, and it's so nice that there's just one location for us all to meet. We have events, workshops, we have the interpreter program, interpreter certification and maintenance. We have a full gym for different kinds of sporting events, volleyball, basketball. We have computers that the public can use. We have video phones for the public to be able to use. And if you have any questions, you could talk with the case manager. If a person gets a job and they're wanting to know about their benefits, they could meet with a benefits specialist here. We also have different things that happen here. We have, in fact, happening soon, in about 2 weeks, we have the HEAP clinic, we have the CHIP clinic. We're going to have a vaccination event for the boosters. And we have ASL that we teach in the evenings.
And this is probably the greatest thing that happened to USOR was Judy Buffmeyer. She had the vision, and one of the things that she taught me, she mentored me, was everything is political. And she is the one that actually created USOR. Before that, we were just a division under the State Board of Education, under the Office of Education.
VR is an enduring program because it's about work and employment is essential to the human experience. It's how we support ourselves, it's how we develop networks and connections, it's where we meet people who are colleagues, and sometimes that becomes friends, and also being connected with the community.
I found a family at DSBVI. I found a support of other blind mentors who mentored me and who were instrumental in that process, such as Adam Rushforth, Everett Bacon, Marnie West. I was able to take classes to strengthen my assistive technology and my cane travel and guide dog travel with them.
I think the future of USOR is going to continue to expand the work we're doing with employers, businesses. Over the years, we've done a lot of expansion in that area, and it is really critical to our core mission of helping individuals with disabilities get employed.
Work with voc rehab, vocational rehab, to maybe find a better fitting job for them with their limitations. And so just, because there are a lot of people who do have significant limitations, but then they are able to maybe find employment that's better suited for them.
The blueprint of vocational rehabilitation is really going to be defined by how we respond to what's going on in the present. I think with VR, we have to continue to innovate, be creative, use technology. I think we've learned a lot over the COVID-19 pandemic about adapting to change. And as things continue to evolve, VR is going to be responsive. VR has to be creative and really doing the partnership with our clients to set them up for the success that they need and not being reactive.
That's great. I'm very grateful for, I'm grateful for everything that rehab has done for me. It's the reason why, I had the confidence to move, with my husband to Louisiana. It's the reason, that helped me gain confidence to get married, right? To gain my education. To take on new experiences.
It's so exciting. We've accomplished the 100 years, and we're just looking forward to the next 100, 200, 300. It's such an amazing time.
Like, I don't feel limited, really, in a lot of ways. I feel like my life has changed, and that I have to, as we were talking about earlier, like adapt and kind of be creative with different ways that I do just day-to-day living things, but I'm, it's just another opportunity to learn something new and keep going and make myself better, so.
Happy anniversary, USOR. You guys are phenomenal. I've studied, back in the early 1900s from where you started. I studied budget reports, trending income reports, and how you've helped your clients, the hundreds and thousands of clients that went through Utah services. And I am just so amazed, and I'm so grateful from the bottom of my heart.
Congratulations to all of our staff. They do amazing work. 100 years is no small thing. We have adapted over the years, we have changed, and we have continued to serve people to the best of our ability, and we do amazing work. So I want to applaud them and thank them. We would not be here without them.
Today, the Utah State Office of Rehabilitation has assisted millions of people with disabilities in achieving their goals, increasing their independence, and obtaining meaningful employment. USOR's enduring success is due to the motivation of its clients, tireless efforts of its staff, and support from the community. As USOR embarks on the next 100 years, it is committed to ongoing innovation to meet the evolving needs of its clients.